I think we all know how many questionable things there are in school. The way some people act, the situations you end up in, it's all pretty wild. So today, we're just talking about all of that summed up in one video. School bathrooms are some of the most vile and despicable places on earth, and I need someone to explain to me how this became universal because it is every school everywhere. Something about putting a bathroom in a school building triggers a specific series of events that results in the same outcome every time, regardless of what state you're in or what kind of school it is. The smell hits you before you even open the door. The floor is always slightly wet for reasons you don't want to think about too. At least one stall is not working or has something wrong with it. And obviously you're gonna have the vapors. That's just a given at this point. You walk in and there's a whole cloud happening in the stall and everyone's trying to look casual even though the entire school knows what's happening. That's just part of the school bathroom experience in 2026 and everyone has accepted it. And then there are people who treat the bathroom walls like some kind of canvas, and if you know, you know. The school bathroom is a place of chaos, and it always has been and will continue to be a place of chaos for as long as school exists. But what actually gets me beyond the actual general vibe of the place, there will be times where you need to use the restroom. You actually have to go not just to avoid class or hang out, you really gotta go. And for some reason, the closest bathroom to you is locked. Not all of them, just that one, the most convenient one. The one that could have taken you 2 minutes to get to and get back from, that one is locked, and you have to walk across the entire building to find one that's open. And what is the logic there? What do you gain from locking that specific one and leaving other bathrooms open? Because if the goal is to stop vaping or whatever's happening in there, locking one bathroom does not stop anything. Like now, it's just gonna redirect everyone to a different bathroom where the same stuff is happening, except now it's way more crowded. I just don't understand moving the whole problem around while making the bathroom situation worse for everyone else who actually needs to use it. And schools could easily install vape detectors, but instead, we get locked bathrooms and everyone suffers equally. Love that for us, bro, so awesome. And if you are somehow a school pooper, dude, all I gotta say about this though, you are a brave individual. I genuinely cannot relate. You really are built different. And you know what? I respect that. I respect the confidence to do that. Something that I've always personally found kind of annoying is the first day of school. It's always been kind of rough for me. And obviously once you're back in the routine and a few months have gone by, it's fine. You readjust and everything's normal. But that first day specifically, the whole restart, having to basically change everything from the previous year all at once and figure it all out again. Maybe it's not a horror, but it's pretty annoying. I mean, your classes are different, your schedule's different, where you walk to get from one place to another is different, and which teachers you're dealing with is different. And you spent the entire summer not thinking about any of that, and now you have to relearn the whole layout of your day from scratch. It's all pretty manageable, but with the fact that summer just ended and you were fully free, and now you're back in the building at 7 in the morning, it's just not a good feeling. For me personally, there's also this anxiety of the first day where you're just not sure how the year is going to go yet. Like you haven't figured out which classes are going to be rough, which teachers are going to be cool, what the vibe of each period is going to be. I guess I just kind of hate the whole unknown of a whole new year, and having to navigate it from scratch. Checking your grades and realizing that they have gone to absolute hell might be as bad as reaching into your pocket and realizing your phone isn't there. Like that stomach drop, that moment where your brain catches up to what your eyes are seeing, and you were goofing around in class, just not locking in for a while, and life felt fine because you weren't focused on your grades, and then your phone buzzes, and you already know who it is before you even look at it. It's your parents, they've seen the grades too. And that text is not going to be a positive one. Your parents texting you about your grades when they're bad, I don't think any other experience fully replicates. Like something just dies in you a little bit when you see it because now it's not just your problem anymore. Now you got to prepare for that long speech when you get home, and there was just no way around it. My parents would always reach out when my grades slipped, and every single time I felt something in my chest shifts because I knew exactly what it meant. I knew I had to lock in. Not eventually, not when I felt like it, but immediately. Because dude, I was not trying to get the belt at home. The wild thing about this whole cycle is how predictable it is and how many times you go through it. Like, I feel like it was just a whole pattern, I was slacking, my grades would drop, and then immediately I'd have to lock in before my parents found out, or if they already did. School really does have a way of putting you through the same experiences multiple times. Another horror that I think doesn't get enough recognition because it happens to everyone, and it is one of the most universally uncomfortable experiences school has to offer. You're sitting in class, maybe you zoned out a little bit, and the teacher decides that this is the moment to call on you specifically. Out of everyone in the room, your name comes out of their mouth, and every single person turns to look at you, and you have to somehow produce an answer to a question that you either didn't hear or had no idea about. And some people just go for it and say something that just sounds confident even when it's completely wrong. Some people go the honest route and just say that they don't know and accept the mild embarrassment. But none of these options are comfortable. Like all of them result in the same experience, which is just being quiet in front of everyone while the teacher either helps you through it or moves on to someone else. And for those few seconds where you're the center of attention for the wrong reason, the class gets very quiet and very focused on you specifically, and it is not a good feeling. The teachers who cold called constantly and do it specifically to catch people not paying attention perfected the art of making a classroom slightly more stressful than it needs to be. Some of them think it's an effective teaching strategy, some of them just enjoy the chaos. You can usually tell which one it is pretty quickly though. Also, side note, getting in a group project with people who do not care at all is so annoying. Like, I might as well just be solo. Especially when they're assigned. Like, dude, just let me do it alone at least, please, man. But I think one of the biggest horrors, and I apologize in advance if any teachers are watching for some reason, but being a teacher has to be one of the most difficult jobs that exist. And I say that as someone who has been on the student side for it my entire life, because teachers are dealing with a room full of students every single day. Some of them do not want to be there at all, and they have to somehow manage all of that while also trying to teach something. That's pretty difficult to do, and they do not get nearly paid enough for it. I understand if teaching is your passion and you love it. There are teachers who are clearly built for it and are genuinely great at what they do. But for the ones who are just trying to get through the day with a classroom full of students who are on their phones, talking over each other, not doing the work, and making the environment as challenging as possible, I don't know how you do it, man. I really couldn't, bro. Like, the patience required for that job is on another level. And I don't mean to be cringe here, but I think students, including myself, don't always appreciate how hard it is to really do that and to really teach in general. Like I said, teachers do not get paid enough for what they deal with. And the fact that so many of them show up every day and they keep trying is something that I respect a lot, even when everything else about the school experience is worth complaining about. That's all I gotta say about this though. So, like, and join the Discord, and let me know some of the worst experiences you had at school. I appreciate the support as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.